Hello, hello. I'm back. Episode 4, Key 3. And Key 3, to live in the life you want, live your life by design, is the power of knowing why. So today, well, maybe not everywhere, but a lot of the courses I'm taking over the last few years, you're always hearing that it's important to find your why. And here's why, in my opinion. This brings emotion. When you have a why, you have feeling. There's a reason bigger than yourself, bigger than just wanting that thing. And you clearly identify your reason, your purpose, your cause, your motive. When you do that, when you have a reason for what you do, on those days that you're not so sure, or when the obstacle comes, or there's some adversity, you dig deep and you have what you need to get through and continue on your pathway to getting what you want. So I can tell you, when I think about my reasons why, they usually have to do with family and causes. So family, my son, he drives me to be successful because I want the best for him. My mom, because when my mom wasn't well, it would take an awful lot of money to have a full-time doctor with her 24/7. So it's easy to have a money goal under those circumstances and give you what you need to go get what you want because of the why. So when you look at education, if you've had a situation with education where it didn't match what you thought it could or would, then all of a sudden you want to give back. You want to do something to help the situation. So whatever is dear to your heart, look closely, look at why you want to do what you're doing. What is the real reason? Often, I want to introduce you to the subconscious mind. Many of you may know it. However, 24/7, the subconscious mind is on, even when you're asleep. It reacts to everything you see, you feel, you hear, you touch, you think, everything you see, you taste. And not only for today, but your whole lifetime, anything that's been said to you. If you didn't say no, I don't believe that, then it went in as if it were true. Bob Proctor does an amazing job explaining this. I learned that from his teachings, all about the mind. And if you can imagine a big ball divided in two, and the top of it, the whole of it is the mind. The top is the conscious mind, which can accept or reject anything. Somebody tells you, hey, you're stupid. And you say, I'm not stupid, I'm intelligent. Reject it. Not a problem. Somebody tells you, oh, you're beautiful. Accept that. So you have the ability to accept or reject anything with the conscious mind. But if you look at the bottom half of that ball, it's the subconscious mind. And it has no ability to reject or accept anything. Whatever the conscious mind feeds it, whatever it sees, whatever, if you don't stop it at the conscious mind and it hits your subconscious mind, it sits there until you reprogram. So what goes in there becomes realized in your body as results, basically. If I say, I'm a successful lawyer, and I repeat that often enough, I will believe it. My subconscious will believe it. And then the results will happen. I'm not doing a session on the subconscious mind, but I wanted to introduce you to it so that you can look further into it. The explanation of why you do what you do automatically, which causes your paradigm that stops you, and sometimes you don't even know it's there. And that's all found as a result of what's going on in your subconscious mind. All the things, the whole life that's been said to you, that you've said to yourself, and on and on. I encourage you to look into it. I know we touch it with everything we do because it's such an important part of success and what stops people. So what does knowing why do for you? It allows you to have drive, even on the hard times. It provides motivation to get it done, the things you may not feel like doing. And if you look closely at your life, when you've had a why, I can tell you, I'll give you an example of my husband. He wanted to do the Ironman with his brother. He didn't know how to swim. Well, he could swim, but hardly in a competition. Putting his head underwater, well, that wasn't doable for him. But he decided he wanted to do the half Ironman. He wanted to succeed, and he wanted to do it with his brother. He did what he had to do. He spent 9 months training, and he did it. And he did it in record time. So whatever you want to do, if you have a why, it helps you get through those days when he didn't want to put his head in the water. So what can stop you? Often we say, somebody must have a voodoo doll. They're picking it. They're stopping me. There's such bad vibes around me. No. You're telling yourself what you can and can't do. You're afraid. You decide that you can't do it. You just don't recognize it. So it's very important to be awake and realize why you do the things you do. You know, we look at our memories and we determine which ones stick out. If you think about your past, well, that's gone. It's not here anymore. And if you think in your future, you don't know how much time you have left in your future. It could be a day, it could be 10 years. We have no idea what it is. We know we want things for our future. We know we've done things in our past, but we really live in the now. So what you want to do is when you look at your future, you want to think, what do I really want? And then you want to live as if in your now. Somebody will say, well, it's easy for you. You can do that because you have health, you have money, you have what you need to do it. Well, look closely, because the things you want to do that bring you joy, you have the ability to do it. Maybe not in its grandeur at first, but you do have the ability. You say, I'd like to live on the water. And today you say, I can't afford to live on the water. Nothing stops you from going down to the waterfront and sitting by the water, dipping your feet in the water, experiencing the water, even it's an hour a day. Act as if, live like you're on the water. And it won't be long until you say once upon a time. So what do you want to bring from your past? When I think of my mother who's no longer with me, I can think of some horrible, horrible, horrible situations that can leave me with a nightmare. However, I choose to think of the times that brought me such joy and laughter that makes me feel good. When the bad memories come in, I replace them with those good ones. So it's really great when you can control that, and it takes practice. You know, why do you even want that goal? So you need to say, this is who I am, this is what I want. But why do I want it? Think about it. You know, I've seen so many people work very hard to get something they want, and you see it often. People will go to school and say, I really want to be a lawyer, but they didn't put much thought into it. Why do they want to be a lawyer? Because if you want to be a lawyer because your father was a lawyer, and it's not your passion, will you be happy? And is that really what you want? You have to make sure what you want is aligned with your why and aligned with your who. This is who I am, this is what I want, and they're in alignment, and this is why I want it. Now I have a chance to get whatever I want. John F. Kennedy said once you say you're going to settle for second, that's what happens to you in life. I'm going to say that again. Once you say you're going to settle for second. So are you settling, or are you still trying to get what you really want? Do you know what you want? You'll get whatever you want out of life if you know what you want. And you start taking action. It's not going to drop from the sky, but if you take action towards it, it won't be long before you have it. If you're not getting what you want, consider it may be for a valid reason. It's not aligned with who you are. Your why isn't strong enough. And we don't often think about it. But why do you think you may be failing at something? We don't think about it often enough. So I have a little action sheet for you that is in your workbook. Key number 3. Look at the pictures you are attracted to and ask yourself, why? What about the picture appeals to you? What makes you feel inspired? What is the reason you do what you do? What situations have you experienced that you wish you could change? And ask yourself, why do I want this? You've already done what you want. So why do you want it? And why should I not just let go of it? When you figure out it is not aligned with who you are, or it's you don't have a strong enough why, and it's easy to get for you, then you have to ask, is it really a dream? Is it really what you want? And why not let it go if it's no longer serves you well? When doubt creeps in, ask yourself this important question: why not me? It's there. I know who I am. I know what I want. And I know why I want it. So why not me? Visit the website, katherineKmullen.com. Sign up for our newsletter. Every week I'll pop in your inbox with a little bit of tidbit of information. Like our Facebook page, Your Path Academy. And please, if you have any questions, reach out. I'll be glad to answer them. You can reach me at my email address, katherineKmullen@gmail.com. Really, I want to send you light and love. I want you to shine bright. Catherine Kim Mullen. And I've got stuff just for you. I'll see you in key number 4.